about for the last
So,
2
like,
days.
and just think, so for that 4 seconds where you're only taking 10% damage, all of your healing items are basically fully healing you.
So you're saying they're happy with me?
I'm only saying what I heard. I didn't mean anything by it. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
And where is she?
So right now, Firebird for Deadlock, they have
At once, she said.
big patches every 2 weeks. Once the game like fully launches, it'll probably like be less drastic buffs and nerfs, but for right now, it's like every 2 weeks. They're kind of big. Observations, okay. Now look, we got special armor and weapons. So this one has Staff of the Dragon. They have a VAR, which is cold resist, melee defense. Then they've got Shorkatar, unique. They have Antimsar. We got light armor of dragon. Heavy armor, so we probably don't want that. We want light. So that's our best. And then, oh, it didn't change. Well, I am pretty early in so far. I had just started it up. You okay? Oh, good job.
So there, you didn't stop me.
Heck yeah.
That's the Herald of Andraste. They said when she came out of the Fade, Andraste...
Oh, you set off the other one?
No, it just is the humidity stopped, so now it's going stronger again.
Mm.
I heard she was supposed to close it.
Did you tell chat how we have a shower detector? So
No.
that's
Then
not
a lot
detector.
of rifts left all over.
You could be a Yu-Gi-Oh player with that.
We should tell them about it when we get dressed.
It is. It feels empty.
Man, I know, it's the worst.
I was saying she could be a Yu-Gi-Oh player because whenever she takes a shower, the humidity sets off the smoke alarm next to the bathroom.
So it's a shower detector.
So it's a shower alarm.
Why did Lady Cassandra have her in chains? I thought Seekers knew everything.
It's complicated.
Well, they also have the new one, Rosie, but they like really messed with the visuals and stuff like that. And it's like $70, so I'm like, I don't really want to spend $70 to play something that should have been a spinoff.
I believe Lady Cassandra wanted to speak with you.
Let me just steal from your house. Thanks, my guy.
I'm so sorry, Am. I know it's high pitched. I don't know how to stop it.
Holy leaks. Oh, by the way, so speaking of leaks, Miyabi is not dual element, though she is a special form of ice anomaly. She creates the frostbite state, which is essentially like in Genshin, you can cause freeze or you can cause shatter with ice, and this is the shatter version. Ooh, we got a dagger. Dope. We'll have to give that to someone.
Most of the grand clerics have died at the... Who will lead us now?
You don't think she should have been Frost? Well, so she is ice. She just gets a special anomaly version, which is frostbite. Don't have the keys.
Try to press the button if you don't see it and stop.
I like how you're talking to the dog, being upset by the fire alarm when it's probably you being driven crazy.
I'm helping the dog.
Okay.
Selfless behavior.
Chain her! I want her prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Disregard that and leave us.
You walk a dangerous line,
Yes, Jeremy.
Seeker.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
So I'm still a suspect, even after what we just did.
You absolutely are.
No,
So-
she is not.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone most holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect?
You, and many others.
Does not seem to
But
have
not
a push
the
button.
prisoner.
It's like some sort of
I
toggle.
heard the voices in the temple. The
Give me
divine
1
voices
second. I'll,
for help.
whenever this
Oh, that's
conversation's
right.
done, I can
That thing on
try and
her
pull it up
hand.
again.
All a coincidence.
Providence. The Maker sent her to us in our darkest hour.
You really think your Maker would send someone like me?
The Maker does as he wills. It is not for me to say.
Even if that means a Dalish elf is his chosen?
Humans are not the only people with an interest in the fate of the world.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This
It
is
probably
not
won't
a
because
good
it's not
sign.
shatter. Is not what they're doing.
You
It's
know what this is,
it's the
Chancellor.
frostbite.
A writ from the Divine, granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn. We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order with or without your approval.
He's angry.
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old. Find those who will stand against the chaos. We
Hold it down for
ultimately-
3 seconds.
We have no leader,
Push the button, it's
no
like a
numbers,
switch, I think, but I'm too
and
sure.
now no Chantry support.
It
But
seems
we have no
something, I don't know
choice.
what it is.
We must act now, with you at our side.
Alright, give me 1 second. I gotta help her with it before she breaks her neck.
He's helping me chat. Because I set off the shower detector. Oh no. It's just going and going. Exactly. Beep, boop, beep. It's one of those great, obviously in Greece and France, I don't think they have a Walmart version. But it's the Walmart version of a smoke detector that costs like $5 and has no features. And the only feature is take the batteries out. Ah, you are a sheep. We talked to Rosie and Firebird. Obviously, Europe is a different culture. So this may be so foreign that you do not comprehend, the European mind cannot comprehend. But we had a little old lady stop by our house and ask if we did computer repairs, because there's an old technology repair sign from a prior company in our front yard, right? And we were like, no, the business has been gone for like over a year now, but we can try to give you some advice on computers. Well, now we have a little friend who lives like 20 minutes away and has a horse that's staying at their house and a little farm and a little garden. And she invites us over just for a few minutes, and that turns into 2 hours. And then she's like rushing around trying to find her jacket so that she can go to Saturday Mass or whatever. And yeah, so now I adopted a grandma, basically, because she just randomly knocked on our door. The bips fucking piss you off. That's totally fair. Yeah, so I don't know if y'all like adopt grandparents in Europe, but yeah, I sort of adopted this grandma, and she's now my friend, and we look at horse. B might understand, yeah, because they have an uncle auntie system where everybody is your uncle or aunt if they're nice enough. So anyway, I adopted this grandma from down the road a little bit. Yeah, and she's a sweet little lady. Wants to talk about horses, and they're her special interest. And she talks about her kids. And she's so funny because obviously she's been through some shit in her life, right? She grew up in Chicago as Irish Catholic. So she's been through it. And I don't know if that makes sense to y'all, but yeah, it's like Italian mob territory. Like the Irish Catholics versus the Italians versus like it was not a safe area to grow up, basically. But she just will casually mention something that's like, whoa, back up. What are you talking about? Like, she's like, yeah, so my daughters, they do this. And, we had a son, he died when he was 16. And so my daughters, and we're like, whoa, pause. You just dropped like a huge piece of lore and you did not cover it at all. And she never went back to it, by the way. Anyway, she's funny. And that's where we went this afternoon. My stream started a little late because she's super cute, but she does forget that young people have to eat more regularly than like, 3 almonds and a pear for dinner.
They bought their house.
This part of Irish history is fascinating. Yeah, Chicago Irish Catholics versus the Chicago Italians versus... Like, Chicago was just, it always has been of, like, people are like, it's got an amazing culture, but it's like...
mobsters went after the railroads.
Yeah, like, it's always been very high tension, but high interest, so there's always something going on. It may not be good, but there's always something going on. We live about, what, 3 hours from Chicago? Yeah. So we went to Chicago a couple months ago, drove around, told her about the stuff we went to see. She wanted to know if stuff was still there, if we had fun. It was very cute. I don't know if you know this, Rosie, because I heard parts of what he just said, and it was funny, but I don't really get what he was trying to tell me. But what I heard was, tell him about how you aren't a Yu-Gi-Oh player anymore because you've been malding all day. But I don't. But I wasn't malding today, so I don't know. Maybe yesterday. Oh, yesterday. Yeah, I didn't want to take a shower because that was going to cut into my deadlock time. So he was like, no, I'm not going to play deadlock because you're not taking a shower because you want to play. And, yeah, it was rough. I had a rough day yesterday.
I feel like a 3-year-old.
But, yeah, so I don't know if you know this, Rosie, and I feel like you could relate because you just like to fight sometimes. Like, you just get in a fighting mood where you just want to start an argument because it gives you dopamine. Like, and I totally get it. It does give you dopamine. Irish people like to fight because it gives them dopamine. I don't know if you've ever, watched Call Me Kevin. Severe ADHD. Loves to just, start arguments by being a little too silly on video games. It's just a thing. Fighting gives you dopamine because of the adrenaline rush. And therefore you keep doing it. It's a thing.
Like he's gonna take a shower.
No, that's different. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna let him have the computer so he stops bullying me.
Hehe.
We'll see how this goes.
That is all we ask.
Help us fix
And now it's another talking chair. Shower. Oh yeah, let me bring out the Miyabi. Miyabi accumulates blade energy and unleashes blade slash based on the charge level. Under certain conditions, she enters the frostburn state, triggering a frostburn strike. She also inflicts ice flame on enemies, dealing damage as damage over time. So she will be ice, but her ice damage will be done as a burn. So it will not crit.
Burn ice.
So yeah, she will be burn ice that probably buffs other forms of damage over time. But if you get electric anomaly on someone, it increases the damage that they take. So either way, you could run it with electric or you could run it with fire. Is just going to increase overall damage that the opponent takes while they have frostburn on them. Or while they have burn ice on them. So you could run the burn ice Bernice team. So if you didn't know, by the way, one of the lead designers on ZZZ's Combat is one of the devs from Street Fighter. So there's actually a lot of like fighting game inputs that you can do. I'm not sure if you know with Nicole, but if you do like a full circle while holding her E, then she will do an alternate variation of the attack that does more damage. Oh, Ben!
You dislike the Templars, sister?
No. I know their purpose, but
Or like if you're doing Ambi, you can, if you do 3 slashes, then give it like a 0.5 second input delay before attacking more. She'll do a different move. I guess I can't open this one. Or it's bugged, one of those.
So we're heretics, just like them. Should we...
does it trouble you?
If it wasn't enough to close the breach, what use is it?
You did everything we asked of you.
And it still didn't work.
What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has...
Yeah, the game is very
the same level
fighting
of
game-esque,
power used to open the breach
just
in
because
the first
the dev.
That is not easy to come by.
Clearly, you have something in mind.
We do. May I present Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
Such as they are. We lost many soldiers in the valley, and I fear many more before this is through.
This is Lady Josephine Montellier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
Anderan Atishan.
You speak Elven.
You've just heard the entirety of it, I'm afraid.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
That's an impressive bunch of titles.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all.
Oh,
could suppress the breach.
I am actually interested in that. Keep me updated, Firebird.
I was a Templar. I know.
I played one of the... I played Magic and Might Dark Messiah, and I actually liked that one a lot. I thought it was an underrated game, because I didn't ever really hear much about it. I got it on like one of the Xbox Live sales.
They still think I'm guilty.
That is not the entirety of it any longer. Some are calling you, a Dalish elf, the Herald of Andraste. That frightens
I mean, it does kind of give you
Many
iframes,
clerics
Rosie.
have declared it blasphemy, and we-
The opponent can't smell you coming.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading.
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
It's a little unsettling.
I'm sure the Chantry would agree.
People are desperate for a sign of
Barrow
hope.
uses this like
You're
lavender
And to
dove
others, a symbol of everything.
soap, so I think it smells like baby powder. Which is funny, because then it's just like my office just smells like baby powder. Because the shower's like maybe 20, 30 feet from my office.
Will the Chantry attack us?
With what? They have only words at their disposal.
And yet, they may bury us with them.
There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
She's asked for me. You don't think that could be an ambush?
I doubt it. From what I know of her, she's a kind soul and not the sort to involve herself in violence. You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
Listerine, or no. That's the mouthwash. Lysol. That's it. Which place we want to go first?
Have you had any trouble with them?
Not at all. I will inform you if that changes.
It's the war table. I guess there's boss music there. New area unlocked. Venture forth. Why do I hear boss music? Also, Rosie, you might have already sent me some, but yeah, you already sent me some Yabi gameplay. The fade. All right, Vero, after you set up the water thing, we can play
We know what you
Deadlock.
did at the breach.
Okay.
It's odd for a Dalish elf to care what happens to anyone else, but you'll get no backtalk here. That's a promise. Inquisition Scout Harding, at your service. Well, all of us here, will do whatever we can to help.
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
I can't say I have. Why?
You'd be Harding and... No, never mind.
Ugh.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
We should get to business. The situation's pretty dire. We came to secure horses from Redcliffe's old horsemaster. I grew up here, and people always said that Dennett's herds were the strongest and the fastest this side of the Frostbacks. But with the
He was
Mage
trying,
Temple
he was
fighting
trying.
getting worse, we couldn't get to Dennett. Maker only knows if he's even still alive. Mother Giselle's at the crossroads helping refugees and the wounded. Our latest reports say that the war's spread there too. Corporal Vale and our men are doing what they can to help protect the people, but they won't be able to hold out very long.